Hi, I'm Smile, and today we are talking about friends who are not actually our friends. Because the people that we surround ourselves with have a much bigger impact on our lives than we realize. We form our opinions because of them, we form our self esteem because of them. And look, if you have a friendship that now seems like their family, that is a beautiful relationship to have. And we must be grateful and we must cherish that relationship. I know I have a friendship like that, but then there are friends who are not really our friends, and these are the kind of people that we need to watch out for. So I've made a list. Let's get into it. The first are the ones that are laughing at you and not with you. Now these are the worst kind of people, because every time their excuse will be, oh, I'm just kidding, or humor is my defense mechanism, blah blah blah. But actually they're hiding their insecurities in the name of I'm just kidding. Because let's understand, okay, a defense mechanism, of course humor can be people's defense mechanism, but what is a defense mechanism? It is the behaviors that we learn to cope with stress, to put it simply, right? But the friend that is always making backhanded comments, the one that is always finding something to laugh about on you, let's say you're trying to make a change in your life and they have a joke always to crack at your expense, that person is not your friend. And the way to deal with them is simple. Next time they crack this joke on you, pretend that you didn't hear it, okay? And just go, I'm sorry, what? So then they will repeat their joke and pretend as if you don't understand it. And then they will explain their joke. And while they're doing that, they will realize that what they're doing is everybody can see it, and maybe they'll not, you know, put you as a target. And if they still continue to target you, you can simply just say, I do not find this funny, and move on. Whether they like it or they don't like it, whether they say, oh, I'm just kidding, oh, don't be a baby. I'm not saying you can't laugh and joke with your friends, but there is a difference between laughing with your friends versus everybody else laughing at you, okay? The second are the ones who are always nice to you even when you make a mistake. Now, the thing with these nice people is that they are being nice to you because they want you to like them. Maybe because there's something they want out of you. I don't know what their reason must be. Maybe they're people pleasers, whatever. But a friend who is always appreciating you, who is always nice to you, even when they can point out something for you to grow, if they are not helping you in your growth, if they're not being honest with you when you've made a mistake, when you're in the wrong, this person is not really your friend. And the way to deal with these people is, next time they come and they're all nice and they're appreciating you, just ask them a simple question. What is it that you like about me? None of the general stuff. What is it specifically that you like about me? And they're going to go like, oh, everything, you're just an amazing person. And they're going to fumble a little bit, and ask them, what makes me an amazing person? They're going to take a minute or so, and they're probably going to come up with something. But the reason that they can't tell you what they like about you when you ask them just out of the blue is because they have never thought about it. They've never actually noticed you, they've never actually thought about it in detail, right? This kind of a person is operating from a people pleasing tendency, or maybe they're operating from a place of they want to maybe manipulate you, they want something out of you. Just, this person is not a real friend, okay? I'm not saying niceness is a bad attribute. It's a good attribute to have. We must be nice, but there is a difference between being nice versus between being kind. So if you have a friend who is kind, amazing, that's beautiful. But a friend who is just nice, always on the surface, cut them out, okay? Third are the ones who always keep their convenience over your time. And look, having your convenience above everything else is a good trait. We must all have that trait. We must all look at things of, is it making me comfortable? Is this something that is of value to me? That is not a bad trait. But if your friend is always keeping their convenience over your time and what is happening in your life, that is simply because they don't value you. and they're using you as just, to pass the time or just out of their convenience. Look, we live in a world where we can't really blame anybody to if they're not keeping your convenience first. We have to take own up to our own convenience and our own lives. But the kind of person who is always keeping their convenience over everything else, I would suggest that person is more of an acquaintance and not really a close friend. Because that's fine. An acquaintance can be whoever you have to be social with. That's fine. But if you're thinking of this person as your close friend, I guarantee you they do not think of you as their close friend. The next ones are the ones that have never actually done anything to support you. Here's the thing, okay? We all live in this adult world and we cannot really blame anybody to not show up for us except ourselves, right? And there's no point in getting mad on your friend if they've not replied for a week. Everybody's got something going on in their lives. Everybody has something that may be more important at the moment. But this friend of yours who claims to be on this journey that you are on, and all they ever do is ha ha he chilling, but never actually something that will make you feel that they support you. That person is not a friend, that person is an acquaintance, and that is fine. Yeah, I can explain this to you from an example. Let's say I'm making content right now, right? I'm putting out videos. I have so many of my acquaintances who are supporting my content, and that's wonderful to know. But if I have a friend and they can't even like that post that I put up, knowing very well that engagement and likes will help a content creator, for example. I'm not talking about somebody just investing their lives for you to grow. That is absolutely not something what friends should do, because you have to do that for yourself. You have to invest in yourself. But these small supports, these gestures that make you feel that my friend supports me on my journey, that's not a lot to ask from a real friend. Another example I can give you is that, let's say, you're trying to cut out alcohol from your life, and you've told your friend that, I want to cut out alcohol, but they're always insisting for you to come with them to parties, to they're always like, oh, this is all bullshit, it's okay, drink. That person doesn't really care about your growth. Once again, that person is an acquaintance, not a real friend. Cool? Okay, moving on to the ones who always want to know everything about you but never give you details about their lives, and vice versa. I will explain the vice versa in just a minute. But this kind of a person, this is a very dangerous person. And when we study the dark triad in psychology, your manipulators, your narcissists, and your psychopaths, this is one trait that is very common in all these three people. I'm not saying that person is any of these three people, but somebody who is always invested in knowing your details but is unwilling to talk about themselves, and they're always keeping, if they're talking about themselves, they're always keeping the information on a surface level, on a general level. Here's the thing, this person is going to be using this information to harm you in the future, or this person is staying silent because they know maybe their lies will be caught or their true intentions will come out. Okay, and now coming to the vice versa part is this: a person who is always trauma dumping on you, a person who always has something going on in their life, they're always the victim, there's always drama in their life, and they're not really doing anything about it, and they're not really doing anything to change themselves or anything for them to grow. These kind of people, they will suck your energy and your time, and you will not know when, but you will find yourself invested in solving their drama and solving their issues, and really not invested in your life. Look, I'm not saying you do not have to be there for a friend in need. A friend in need is a completely separate issue. Of course, we must all be there for our friend in need, but This very specific person I'm talking about, covert narcissism, they are always the victim. They have something that is always, they're either fighting with somebody, somebody has made them feel or bad about themselves, and something is always wrong. This kind of person is not the kind of person that you want in your life. Keep them at a periphery. And sometimes it may be difficult to just, if you have this kind of friend in your life, to separate yourself from them, but you have to make a choice. You have to ask yourself, is your life more important to you, or saving this person's drama more important to you? Because I can guarantee you their drama will never finish. Years and years will go by and they will always have almost similar situations, similar drama, similar excuses for not growing. Yeah, so it's better to distance ourselves, and we are not here to save anybody but ourselves. We have to show up for ourselves. That is the first responsibility we have. And then, of course, if a friend is in need, if there's something that we can do for somebody, why not? Obviously, but not at our own expense, okay? Now, next are the ones who are always gossiping or bitching about the people that they hang out with. Now, this person is coming to you and bitching about a certain somebody, but they go back and hang out with them, and they're always chilling with them, and they're always friends with them. I can guarantee you this person is going and bitching and gossiping about you, because that's how they operate. Cool? There's no more explanation that I can give you. If somebody can come and gossip and bitch about you, about somebody else, they will 100% go and gossip and bitch about you to somebody else. Not a friend, maybe an acquaintance. I know we all have social obligations that sometimes we have to meet people and we have to be social with people, and that's okay. Keep them at an arm's length and not really a part of your close circle, okay? We may know somebody for years, but when we grow up and we start living in this adult world and we start to work on our own growth and giving ourselves importance, people are going to have issues. They are not going to like it. Why? Because when you change, their lives also change, and they are also reminded of what is lacking in their lives and where they need to improve. And people love their comfort, they don't want to see it. So they may be your oldest friends, but when you start to work on yourself and give yourself more importance, these people are not going to like it. And that's okay. Not every friendship has to last forever. We can grow out of friendships and relationships, but we must continue to grow. And the easiest way to find out if your friend is really your friend, they are going to support you in your journey of growth. It may be uncomfortable for them, they may not understand why you have to do certain things that you have to do, but they are never going to try and drag you down and never going to try and stop you from something that you really want to do. I think I can continue on this topic the whole day, but this video will become really long. So if you want me to do a part 2, let me know. And I hope this helped you. And I really believe that, friends are our chosen family, right? They are the people that we choose, they are the people we love. Friendship is a beautiful relationship to have. And I know my best friend, she's, Himadri. It's one of the most beautiful relationship I have, and I don't know what my life would be without her. I am every day, we may not speak every day, but we've grown up together. I wouldn't change it for the whole world. But if your friend falls into any of these categories, trust me, they are not your friends, and they must have their own reasons. People operate from their own insecurities, their own issues, not our problem. Cool? I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.